Rabbit, rabbit. Hi, everybody. It's Monday morning, August 1st. How did we get here? Halfway through the summer. Wow. So, my goal for you guys and for me is in August to move forward with clarity. Last year at this time, I was getting ready. Maybe I didn't even know it at the beginning of the month, but I was getting ready to give up sugar and grains. Not grains, just wheat. And I had gotten the Wheat Belly book, and so it was starting to soak in a little bit. So on my birthday, which is at the end of this month, I went, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Give up sugar and wheat, except for those little white chocolate morsels that go in my fat bomb a couple of times a week. So that's what I did. And so for this August 2016, my goal for you and my goal for me is to move forward with a lot more clarity on where I want to be, what my purpose is, and doing it. How's that? It's kind of fun. So it is 5:45 in the morning, and last night was Huey Lewis. And I wore my new Banana Republic little sassy pants. There's a picture of me on my personal Facebook page with Barney, the alpha cat. And yeah, it was fun. And a couple of women stopped me and said, "Oh, I love your pants. Where'd you get them?" I said, "Banana Republic. Don't you know?" So I knew that they would be a hit. And funny, I have this one kind of fun dress that I usually wear to the tent, and last night it just wasn't doing it when I got dressed. So I had one of those fashion moments, which a lot of us perhaps are familiar with. We're all set for the event. We don't think we need to do anything. It's there, it's in the closet, it's our standard, and suddenly it wasn't working. So I pulled out the pants, didn't think I'd be getting to them so soon, but yep, I wore them, and it was a lot of fun. And Greg and I are both zombies today. So I got up a little bit later than usual, and today is Sheets Day and Hair Day. So here I am, Rabbit Rabbit, August 1st. I am ready to go, clean and fluffed and buffed, and had my days off, and so I'm going back to work. But that is my goal, moving through August with more clarity. And I look at my food plans, and you know, it's interesting that there's a whole lot more veggies incorporated into my plan. For example, right now I've got the spaghetti squash cooking, and that is going to have turkey. I roasted a great big breast of turkey, so it's going to have turkey in an Alfredo sauce for one meal this week. And then I grabbed a half a dozen portobello mushrooms because Greg was loving the portobello mushroom pizzas. And so do I. Low carb, filling, delicious, and very satisfying. And so easy peasy to make too. Thank you very much. And they were $1 a cap at the store. So yeah, that works. I still love the almond meal, but this is for an alternative. And so those are planned for this week. And I made that Mississippi roast already in my Martha Stewart little cast iron pan, enamel cast iron pot. And I'm having that tonight over the leftover vegetables, lots of veggies, steamed organic carrots and green beans. I bought that bag Pero of green beans. And then Brussels sprouts and cauliflower crumbles with 3 ounces of that meat. And that will be the dinner tonight when I return home from work. So that's my excitement here on Cape Cod, and spent a lot of time on my tracker putting in food for the week because it's oh so important. And somebody on the Facebook page said, "Isn't the putting in your macros totally confusing?" And I told her that I use the Lose It Premium plan for $39.95, and I probably would switch to MyFitnessPal for nothing, but I've spent months putting in things and recipes and everything else. So is less than $1 a week worth it for me? Yeah, it is. But the MyFitnessPal, for those of you that don't track your macros or didn't know that you could with a tracker that doesn't cost anything, on MyFitnessPal, most people doing the keto, low carb, high fat do the MyFitnessPal. And you might see it on posts where they call it MFP. And people are probably going, oh, what is MFP? Sometimes there's so much lingo involved in the food plans that you feel like you're not an insider, but you kind of feel like, well, I'm hoping somebody else asks it and then I'll get my question answered, right? Because there could be a whole little dictionary on what is what in what and where to find it and how to put it in your tracker. So that's my fun as I enter August, moving forward with clarity, with food, with purpose, with my profession. And, it's a great take stock. It's kind of like the last month of reading, if you were back in school where they gave you summer reading lists. And I used to love that. I went to prep school 1 year, but there are no boys, so that didn't last past 1 year. And little did I know. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like getting stock of, because to me, Labor Day is always New Year's Day. That's how it feels to me. New Year's Day doesn't feel like New Year's Day. New Year's Day feels like the end of that ridiculously long food and commercial season that has nothing to do with spiritual, at least, in my everyday world. I make it that way, but the world doesn't want it that way, and you know what I'm talking about. They want to see how much you can gain and all those talks about, we all put on 7 pounds during the holidays. Well, no, we don't have to. And so, as we're in August, thinking about, at least it's my Labor Day is my New Year's Eve, and with all kinds of points and purpose about where I want to go, and hitting 66 at the end of the month. So, there we go, boys and girls. Rabbit, rabbit. Have a great August, moving forward with clarity, and may all the luck that all your hard work does, or bring you luck and purpose and clarity. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Sarah. Time to go track some more. Bye-bye for now.